Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good to see each and every those out in computer land. We have a delay because we do our Torah today. It's new moon. So this is why we're getting started late here. So we just trust that you will hearken, join with us. So we want to welcome all our listeners, those that's in Israel, those that's in Canada, those that's in the Philippines, also in Africa, Sierra Leone, and where you might be picking us up on the internet. Come all, let us build our future upon the foundation of peace, shalom. As a nation, as a race, learn how to get along, then are we ready for God's kingdom. And dear folks, that is not the way we are. You are, and God loves you just a lie, dear folks.
Yes,
Because if that was the case, we would not be building up our military might to destroy one another. And that's exactly what they're doing. And we are destroying God. We're destroying one another on all levels.
All of it.
And how do we expect it to do? We're destroying it through abortion. We're destroying it through gang war. Almost all countries got gangs. And they killing one another off. Same color too. The color nation, you know, ain't nothing like you got nations killing off of nations.
Medical field suspect.
Huh?
The medical field is suspect.
Oh yeah. Well, the medical field want to do it slowly, you know, so they can drain. You see, they don't want to cure and everything. They just want you to limp along, you know. See? And it's all about the Almighty Green. And this is why military selling of arms and stuff is big money, right?
Right.
Big money.
Yeah.
Yes, we will love one another. And then God can't be pleased with that. He can't be satisfied with that. It just don't make no sense. Therefore, peace and love is the two principles that God is the basis of his kingdom, his coming kingdom. And that's why it's not popular, because the world don't want it.
Amen. Amen.
That's why he's bringing me into this world.
Amen.
They don't want God's laws and rules and regulations. Everybody wants to have their own. I do what I want, whatever pleases me and all those. And that's the problem. But it is God that made us. And that's bad, we got it. Husband and wife can't get along. Husband and wife now. Of all the people that should be getting along, is husband and wife. And they can't get along. What hope is there for mankind? What hope is there for mankind?
Yeah, that's all.
We cannot be left on our own.
We'll destroy things.
Oh yeah, I love that woman so well, and I love her. I love that guy so much. You wait till I get home. You wait till you get home. Someone don't wait till you get home. Hey. They're found right there. Say, hey, Dear folks, how in the world do we think that the way we are now and everything, that God could be pleased with that? Does that make any sense to anybody in here? That God loves us just as we are. Does that make any sense to anybody?
No.
See?
We ain't happy with the way.
Oh, that's right. I like that. We ain't even happy with the way ours one another is.
And if people want us as we was, why would we have to get that passed?
I hear one guy talking about his wife so bad and that. I said, man, why did you marry that woman then? Surely somebody had to have a shotgun, That's the way it was back in our day and everything, you know. They told you, you fool around and get that woman pregnant, you do that. Hey, you gonna marry her, you know. Yeah.
Come later, but you couldn't get it.
Yeah, that's right. You gonna make a, you gonna make a good woman out of it, you gonna make her a qualified woman. But unfortunately, all these things are slipped to the side now. But and it got worse, not better.
Amen.
Then everybody holler about, yeah, God's kingdom is coming. Ain't you scared? Ain't you got any kind of idea what that means? Okay? God's kingdom coming is not some plaything. Ask the millions of people that perished in the flood. They had no idea that they was going to lose their lives, according to what the Mashiach said. He said, the very day came up on and took them by surprise. That's bad, ain't it? How long was he preaching?
100 years.
You think that'll be enough time to save somebody?
Yeah.
One family. That's a whole lot of people out there. That's a whole lot of people, ain't it?
Well, you would think out of Twin Cities, more than 10 people.
But you know, his whole family. I mean, he had relatives, cousins, and uncles, and all that stuff there. Grandparents and all that stuff. But guess what? None of them made it. None of them made it. There's only his immediate family.
Well, he preached 120 years, and his family was already saved, so he didn't. Nobody else. What nobody else say?
No, that's what no, they yeah. So, you know, and it's on its way. I saw y'all had in your Sabbath school there, I saw y'all had that design of the statue there down in the niblet because that you know, once you get down to the feet and the toes, there ain't no more no man nowhere.
Tumbling down then after that.
That means men's time is run out. God has a lot at a certain time, and our time is run out there, folks. You got to get your act together. We all got to get our act together. It can't be like we've always been. We got to change. And the last coal split that they had over this state here, and all that stuff, they didn't think so. They had one right here in Tulsa that froze to death.
Yeah.
And he was a veteran.
Yeah.
Black guy.
It's still cold up east. It's still out, still frozen.
Dear folks, these things are not changing, and they ain't playing in all those things there. We better know, and God do work with those things there. There's a lot of things that happened in the earth, you know, that was different what they thought about. Let us get our act together that it might be well with us. All right. You know what else got anything they want to add to that about the one other thing I want to say here, showing you that we're not ready for God's kingdom and everything now. All nations now are flaunting them. They say we got some missiles and stuff that's undetectable. Can't nobody shoot it down. And that got it started. And now everybody's doing it now. Iran said we got a long range missile now that can't nobody shoot it down because it flies real low. Under the radar.
No, they gotta make one to kill that thing.
See?
Well, if they didn't know about it, they know about it now.
That torpedo that Russia made, though, that's a huge torpedo. about 60 feet long. Launched it in Russia and broke the coast.
Yep.
Broke the coast now.
All these things that they're coming up with now, our government is spending billions of dollars, and they got some bad stuff.
Yeah, we're talking about the submarines cost $128 billion. That's not one submarine. That's 12 submarines.
Oh, okay. Right.
To replace.
Right.
That's what those were.
Oh, okay.
About 7 billion apiece.
All right then. All these things are money that is spent on war, and people are starving there. Bad news. Okay, we have a solo. We have two solos, as a matter of fact. One for our guest, Timothy Carter. So when I have them to come forward there and they give us their song solo for today. Let's see. Thank God I'm changed. So I just come forward and sing her song, and I give y'all time to get it set back up again
I'm sorry.
on that in there.
It was my fault.
Uh-huh.
My fault.
All right, we're gonna have someone to come and give us her number. While they have to reset back up again.
Amen. Shabbat. Testing.
Testing. Shabbat shalom, everyone. When I heard this song, in the I just don't know. I don't know what I'll be doing 10 years from now. I just don't know, but I believe that I'll be singing or teaching God's holy word. Oh, it's in my heart. Yes, it is. It is in my heart. I'll be serving my some days, but I believe if I keep holding on, God's gonna comfort me and keep me strong. It's in my heart. Yes, it is. It's in my heart to serve the Lord. He places love way deep down on the inside. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now I've been singing for a long, long time. I'm not gonna give up. You know I got a made up mind. I've been right on mistreated and for my so-called friends. But if I had another chance, I'll do it again, 'cause he is my heart. Way down on the inside. Break it down for me. Why I sing the way that I sing, 'cause it's in my heart. Oh, yes it is. Somebody wanna know the reason why I love the way that I love, in spite of my enemies. 'Cause it's in my heart, way down in my heart, deep down in my heart, all the way down. I'll be serving the Lord.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, y'all ready? Ready? Okay, we ready now for Thank God I'm changed. Huh? Oh, okay, you changed. Okay, all right. We're blessed in the city. We're blessed in the field. We're blessed when we come and go. We cast down every stronghold and poverty must cease. For the devil is defeated. We are blessed. We're blessed. We're blessed. I don't think we're blessed. We're blessed in the city. We're blessed in the field. We're blessed when we come and we go. We cast down every stronghold and poverty must cease. For the devil is defeated. We are blessed. We're blessed. Blessed. I don't feel blessed. Late in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn around, working it out in your favor. Late in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn around, working it out in your favor. I know what I'm saying. Late in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn around and around and around and around. We're gonna be blessed, blessed. I don't feel blessed, blessed. We're blessed. We're gonna be blessed, blessed. I don't feel blessed, blessed. I'm blessed. For waiting in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn around, working it out in your favor. Hey, waiting in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn around and 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 around, around. Blessed, blessed, blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I am blessed. Hallelujah. Indeed, we are blessed. Israel is a blessed people. Why? Why is Israel a blessed people? Wait. Got to do with my color.
No.
Got to do with my hair texture.
No.
Got to do with my blood.
No. God bless Israel forever.
We have the preeminence because God gave us His laws, His rules. And that's why we are preeminent above all other folks.
Above. Amen.
Got nothing to do with our color. I'm skinny, I'm fat, I'm tall, I'm short. I ain't got nothing to do with none of that.
Amen. Amen. We're blessed.
We are blessed.
We are blessed.
See? And blessed are those that when God is turning around, we turn around with it.
Amen.
See,
Right.
He's gonna turn this thing around. He ain't gonna let this go like I just got to laying it out. It looks bad, but God's gonna turn it around.
Yes, yes.
But will we be a part of that?
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're gonna turn around. That's what we're gonna talk about a little bit today.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna ask you to bow your heads now as we give our Tanakh Barak. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, the Torah, the writings, and the prophets, and the Brit had decided by thy great spirit, and have commanded us to diligently teach them unto our children, unto our people, and all people of the earth. And let all Israel say, Amen. Our Torah reading this week's Parashah is taken from the book of Shemot, Exodus, the 25th chapter, starting at the first verse, through the 27th chapter and the 19th verse. That is Exodus 25:1 through 27:19. Our Haftorah reading is taken from the book of 1 Kings, the 5th chapter, starting verse, through the 6th chapter, the 13th verse. 19, which is Terumah, not Teruha, but Terumah. Yeah, and that means donation and offerings. He read the word of God to us. God's word.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
A scripture reading will be taken from 1 Kings, the 6th chapter, and the 7th through the 13th verse. 1 Kings, the 6th chapter, 7th through the 13th verse. Mhm.
1 Kings 6th chapter,
Mhm.
the 7th.
Through the 13th verse.
Okay, thank you.
For the house, when under construction, was built of stone prepared at the quarry. No hammer, chisel, or iron was heard in the house while it was being built. The entrance to the lowest floor was on the south side of the house. A spiral staircase went up to the middle floor and on the third. So he built the house, and after the roof on cedar planks over beams, each floor of the annex surrounding the house was 8 3/4 feet high and was attached to the house with beams of cedar. Then this word of Adonai came to Shlomo concerning this house which you are building. If you will live according to my regulations, follow my rulings, and observe all my mitzvahs, and live by them, then I will establish with you my promise that I made to David, your father. I will live in it among the people of Israel, and I will not abandon my people Israel. May y'all add a special blessing to the reading.
Amen. Amen.
How well and how mistaken after all these years when God spoke those things there and we still ain't got it right. We still, as a people, haven't got it right. And we're going forward spreading lies. We are doing that. Not somebody else. And when I say we, I'm talking about Hebrew Israelites.
Uh-huh.
God said, if you do these things here, I will not abandon you. I will be there. But we got so bad that God said, I'm abandoning, therefore your house is left unto you desolate. It wasn't because somebody come in and kicked us out. It wasn't because somebody came in and took our identity. That's a lie we're going around telling folks. Yeah. You ever heard them say about the Khazari Jews?
Yeah.
They kicked out. They stole that too. They got their loss, and that's why they stole it. They didn't have it.
See? Yeah. Here's the root of why these things happen. And we still, and as long as we keep these lies going and making excuses, we're not going to never make the positive move. That's the same thing with Israel. When God brought Israel out, he started bringing them up on some knowledge, just teaching them some things. And you know, we still got the same old thing going even today, and we don't even know it. Go to the book of Exodus, the 21st chapter there, and start reading at the second verse there.
Okay. If you purchase a Hebrew slave, he is to work 6 years, but in the 7th, he is to be given his freedom.
Now notice this. God made a difference between slavery. He said, if you purchase a Hebrew slave, he was talking to other Hebrews, he wasn't talking to somebody else. Oh, so we were slaves to one another? Yes. But God put a limit to it. There's a reason why. Because God don't want us to treat one another just like everybody else.
Amen.
Don't want you to get into that attitude like everybody else. Don't want you following through like everybody else. So it's if you get a slave and those things there, 6 years is long you can keep him. December you gotta let him go. You gotta let him go. Why? Because he's Hebrew Israelite, you're a Hebrew Israelite. Yeah, but the world don't do that. Not like I know what the world will do and everything there. You know, and it ain't got nothing to do with it. You are different. You know.
Okay. If he came single, he is to leave single. If he was married when he came, his wife is to go with him when he leaves.
God is fair and those things there, and he gives you the conditions of when he is to leave, what he can take and what he can't take. God's a fair God.
Amen.
See? And we got to understand that.
That's right.
God set the rules, not us. See? And he goes on down and set the criteria and read on.
But if his master give him a wife, and she bore him sons or daughters, then the wife and her children will belong to her master, and he will leave by himself.
Uh-oh.
Nevertheless, if the slave declares, I love my master.
Oh, now look here. You have a choice here to do. You know something that you can do here.
Yeah.
He said, now if you don't like that and you don't like that, so he said, okay, if you don't want that and if you don't want that to happen and you don't want to leave after the 7th year, you ain't really got to do that, you know. But something got to change. Something got to happen. Read on. Let's see what he says there.
If the slave declares, I love my master,
I love my master.
my wife, and my children.
All right, my family.
And his master is to bring him before Yah, and there of the doorpost. His master is to pierce his ear with an awl, and the man will be his slave for life.
We got Hebrew Israelites running around here. Them pierce the ears, holes in the ears and stuff. And when I walk up, when I see them, I say, whose slave is? And they get mad, you know, they get insulted. What? I ain't nobody's slave. No. You look on that mess and all that stuff. Hey, but that's what you're showing. You're showing that you have become somebody's slave for life. Volunteered and did it. You see how stupid we are and how the devil makes fools of us? Some of them got 2 or 3 rings in the ear and stuff like that.
I got my ears pierced, but that's because I didn't know nothing about this.
Well,
That's the cool thing to do, go get your ears pierced.
yeah, right. And that's what I'm saying.
So we can fit in the
That's what I'm saying. The enemy.
I knew anything about being a white man's slave, brother slave for life. Because my kids and woman is there, so I'm going to stay here with you.
Well, that's what the book is for, too.
But see, and that's what I'm talking about. The enemy, and that's why I said we have been lied to and stooped and duped and everything.
That's true.
Yeah.
This one talk about he run out here, he had 2 or 3 years of rings in his ear and stuff like that. I said, man, who slave you? Like I said, he got mad and everything. I said, well, I'm just only going by the sign that you're displaying. I don't know about no sign. I said, I know you don't know. That's why I'm trying to tell you.
I can't get them unpierced, but I'm rocking with the right one.
See?
Knowledge is what we need. We need knowledge.
Then he tell you, but he said that, hey, so you go around here, you doing those things here. I have a right to ask you who slave you, whose master you and whose slave that you volunteer yourself. And notice this, it says forever. It didn't say, you know, they want a sign that said forever. Not saying, well, I just did for a few years and all that. No. Ain't that what it said there? Read that again.
It says,
It's the 6th verse.
yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Then his master is to bring him before God, and there at the door or doorpost, his master is to pierce his ear with an awl, and the man will be his slave for life.
For life. I mean, as long as he's living.
Right.
Of course, when you're dead, of course, that's the end of it. Why would you go out and do that? See? Now, as the brother just was saying, he didn't know no better.
Right.
We got our children that's grown up in this and been taught this. Why would you go out and do that? That's it. Listening to the wrong voice. He said, Israel, if you would only listen to me, you can listen to somebody else. Because it's cool. Some female until you look good. Oh, you look good like that. And boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Yeah. The whole ear cup.
We know that the Egyptians, God's people were slaves in Egypt, right?
Yeah.
So this is where they come and got all the jewelry from because they had pierced ears, they were servant, they were slaves, and they had.
The wrong head in here. You're right. Yeah, slow down. Slow your roll here. This is why God told them about this, because he knew that what you were talking about, he knew that they were used to that.
Okay. I just saw that.
He knew that they was accustomed to those things. That's why he's explaining to you, now, this is the way that's what that means. Now, I want you to know what that means. You didn't run out there learn some stuff and copy some stuff out. Now I want you to know what this means to me. Now, if you got any sense of understanding on who you're recognizing, you'll understand that what it looks to me. Now, I'm gonna show you how important that is. See, a son, now he was used to going out there and dealing in the world, dealing in the gang world out there and all that stuff. I don't know nothing about that. So my son just happened to be with, and one of the gang guys, he flashed a sign at me and stuff. I didn't know what in the world he was doing. I called myself flashing back. I said, yeah, my son said, Daddy, hey, you better stay in your world because you're going to get killed.
Doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You gotta be knowledgeable in that area too.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta have knowledge in anything that you deal with.
Yeah. Some whole other language that ain't in no books. You gotta be in that one to get that knowledge. I was telling you that I had a friend of mine, he went and did some work for me. And then when he got through the work, I said, well, how much owe you, man? He said, give me a nickel. And I said, then argue with him. Man, a nickel? See, a nickel in my world is a nickel. Yeah. In his world, a nickel is not a nickel. But see, he said, well, maybe a dime then. Talking about drugs then.
No, he had did some work for me.
Oh, okay.
He had did some work for me. Matter of fact, what he had done for me, he had tinted my windows in my truck.
Okay.
He had put the tint in on and so he did a good job in the car. I tried and he had bubbles off.
Oh,
and so he did it and all those things there and looked good and everything. And so I asked him, how much I owe you, man? You know, he said, oh, give me a nickel. And I said, they arguing with me. Because I thought it was a nickel. There you go. I didn't know. Then he moved up to a dime, and I said, oh, man. And I ain't man worth more than a dime. I didn't know this. Yeah. Real deep. And then he finally caught on then. He said, wait a minute now. You know what I'm saying? Because he went up to, what do you call a quarter?
yeah.
12, yeah. You say, well, 25 cents then, man. You know, then I said, well, that's getting better, but you know, I think you don't feel him. Then he said, what? He said, whoa. Then he caught on then. He said, whoa. He said, man, I see right now, you don't understand what I'm talking about. Then he told me, he said, man, a nickel is $5. A dime is $10. Then I thought,
You understood that?
I understood that. Then I thought putting that back, Jack. I said, hey, that nickel ain't so bad. See? I catch Stephen football, so I wanted her to give me a little more than the nickel. I done raised him all that cane and everything. See, it cost me, see? But he was a good friend of mine. He's a CD buddy of mine and stuff. So, you know, but see, hey, not knowing those things there, but don't, you know, so you need to kind of know what you're dealing with, you know. And so whether you think it or not, a nickel might be a nickel of me, but a nickel to who am I talking to is $5. So you come on and pull a little nickel out there thinking you consult somebody, get the wrong person there, you might get your fight on your hand. That's right. See? And so you need to know, we need to know what's going on. And we need to know the language as to what is taking place here. So God said, so a lot of these people are running around here, see, displaying slaves forever. And then some of them hollering about the white men and the people that put me in slave and talking about the slave and all that. And I'm sitting there, well, why are you wearing the sign? Notice it was a volunteer thing. You notice that?
Read that again. What did it say? Did it say a volunteer?
It says, then his, okay. He
It's above
says,
that.
yeah, he says, I love my master,
Yeah.
my wife, and my children. So I don't want to go free.
I don't want to go free.
Then his master is to bring him before God, and there at the door or doorpost, his master is to pierce his ear with an awl, and the man will.
Talking all this stuff about, hey, the white man does and all this here, and talking about all this here, how they got treated and all that. And then they wearing the sign that said that I love this situation. I love this condition there, and I want to be this way forever. And guess who's laughing about it? Satan. He's laughing at us about it. If you only knew how you look before God, if you only knew what God said about that, see, you take that, you know, and I'm what everybody had their little secret, they had their rings or whatever, you know, and whatever they put in there and all that, that meant that you was there. So when nobody else bother you, when nobody else, you know, like, hey, oh yeah, we see you, you know, he belonged to so and so and so, you belong to someone. And that kept down this trouble, that kept down trouble. See, that kept down trouble and everything. So God wanted us to learn how to live together and to do those things there. So we better, when we become Israelites and those things there, we become a lot. We got to start understanding certain things that we do and everything is against God's Torah, is against His knowledge, and then we got to straighten that up. Okay, we got to straighten that up. It's just like my brother when he told me that that nickel was $5. I had to straighten my act up, Jack. Because if it went on like I'd have been out of 50 cents. Right? Yeah. See? And then he was a little family for saying it because that was what he was saying. So I'm telling you right now, that's what God said. So we can't be going on, and that's why I keep telling us all, it's a lot to be in the Hebrew Israelite. You know, there's a lot to be in those things there, you know, because we have been deceived badly. After those things, after God had got on them about those things there, then God hit him up for something, because he knew what he was doing. God flowed right into it. Now, go to Exodus, the 19th chapter, and the 9th verse. Read the 9th verse there. Exodus 19:9. 19:9.
Adonai said to Moshe, see, I am going to you in a thick cloud, so that the people will be able to hear when I speak with you, and also to trust in you forever. Moshe had told Adonai what the people had said. So Adonai said to Moshe, go to the people today, and tomorrow separate them from me by having them wash their clothing.
Now see, whenever we come to God, we can't come to Him just as we are. See? That's a good old cliche that the Christians use and all that stuff there, but it's a bad one. God wants us to know right off the bat, you can't come to me just like any kind of way. I'm royalty. It's an insult to come to me dressed any kind of way. If they told you had an appointment with the president, you wouldn't go up there in rags.
Amen.
But most common folks, that's some shit. Because if you come up there looking like that, you ain't gonna get to the president.
Exactly. That's right.
You know that, right?
That's right.
They ain't gonna let you in there. If you ain't got no respect for the presidency and all to dress halfway decent and everything, you ain't getting that. No. They got them guards there, they got them men there, and they got them there for a reason. Well, you saw what that lady that came there. She came down and all that stuff there. They killed her. Huh? There's a black lady that came down a car and everything there. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. When she coming in.
Trying to break in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had no appointment.
Well, she's coming to meet the president.
Yeah, no, she was not right.
And if you don't come qualified and everything there, they will. No, they ain't let you do that.
But then some people go to get together the Obamas had because they dressed appropriately. They got their dancing and drinking.
Yeah, that's right. And they didn't even have an invitation.
Beautiful.
But they were dressed appropriately.
Yeah, so they
Like, and they did right on it.
kicked them.
Yeah, there you go.
So somebody said, "Who is this people?"
Yeah.
Just on that note, you know, I hear them say that a lot too, come as you are. I don't know, no, you're talking about you spiritually. Come in that house with whatever spirit's on you or whatever you into, whatever religion or whatever. Come as you are. You may be a little messed up or something, I don't know. Come as you are, we're going to get you right, but you got to get to the house first. It ain't always about the clothes. A lot of they say come as you are, we're talking about the clothes, we're talking about the spirit though, come as you are.
Well, but the physical denotes the spiritual aspect. Now, we're not telling you got to come in. Wearing a $10,000 suit. You know? If you're poor, you know, and you can't afford those things, but you can be decent and modest about those things. You know? We do it about anything else. But God do have restrictions. God told him, wash up your clothes. But I ain't gonna have that. Don't clean up and wash your clothes and stuff. Then he added some more restrictions on to it, and they really went crazy then. But nevertheless, we're not gonna go on there. We're not gonna dwell there. After God had tried to get their spirit, and what you was talking about their spirit, God was working on their spiritual. It takes a spirituality change for us to do the physical. You gotta have some kind of spiritual attitude in order to do the physical. People, God said during the Feast of Unleavened Bread, get all the leavening out your house and everything. I just get my heart straight and everything. That house laying up there full of leavening. Something wrong with your heart. You can't tell me you got a clean heart and everything, and you got all that leavening when he says you ain't supposed to have it in your dwelling place. You see? So, that's why I had the song, rend your hearts and not your garments.
Mm-hmm.
If that change don't happen within our heart, everything, hey. It's just like people that, that's on cigarettes, on drugs, on alcohol, anything that you own that's a habit and those things and all that down. Unless you make it up in your mind, we can do whatever we want to do, require anything we want to do, and it is not going to work. It ain't going to work. Marriage counsel says, I can't save no marriage if the husband and the wife don't want to be together. Yeah. But I just come because he said for us to come. And I just come because of that. No, that ain't good enough. Y'all both want this thing to work out. So yes, you're right. It does start with that now, but something got to generate those things there, and then the outward thing. Faith come
By hearing. But your faith is demonstrated what? By what? By your actions.
That's right.
It's by your actions. And that's what God said. And that's what God wanted. Now let's go to Exodus, the 25th chapter. God was priming them because he knew what he was going to get them to. And he had to prime them because they had been slaves for years. And they got that attitude in them. And God said, now you got to change that attitude. You got to have a different attitude. Because what I'm supposed to get ready to require of you gonna require you to have a different attitude. Because you can't do it unless you have a different attitude.
Mindset. Yeah.
25.
I had a lady call me and I was talking. She said, "Oh yeah, by the way, do y'all have a dress code?" I said, "Yes, we do." And she wants to start arguing about it. I said, "Well, lady," I said, "Why did you ask me? Do we have a dress code? Do you?" She wanted. Well, I don't think you should have no dress code. I said, "Well, you asked me and I told you."
Well, good enough. My house.
I said, "Yes, we do." I said, "And we're not going to change it. The change has to be within you. If you feel that the house is worthy enough for you to change it, you will. If you don't feel like it's worthy and all those things there, you won't." That's the same thing if I come over your house. And you tell me that you got a dress code, you got a certain code, you got a certain thing that you do and everything there. If I feel it's worthy for me to be there, I will follow your code, your rules. That's right. We went to one place there, they take off the shoes and everything there. Well, see, I hadn't kind of noticed that, but when Shamash here, he had recognized it. He kind of hit, hey, I think we need to get some shoes off everything. Because I got to look around and say, yeah, guess what happened? I didn't get mad. Well, hey, you know what? The shoes went off.
They didn't have to tell us either. We saw that everybody else had their shoes on.
Yeah. I deemed it important enough. I wanted to be there and all that. And hey, it was worth it. And I followed it through. It didn't hurt me none to follow through on it.
It shows your character.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of notice things like that. When I was up at the temple in Virginia, I walked in and had shoes on, and then I looked around, everybody had their shoes off, so I would turn around and went back out and took the shoes off. You have to notice stuff like that. That's their rules.
Yeah. But even if they do that, you don't just rebuff and just get mad. I argue with them. Hey, that's their rules. You got rules at your house, I've had people get mad at me and everything and get fussing and everything and get mad. They're like, hey, I said, man's house. You want me to teach him because you don't like his rules? You want me to teach him, tell him that he needs to be. I said, no, I ain't doing that. She got mad at me about that. What kind of teacher you? I said, what kind of friend are you? I said, you got rules at your house.
You want to?
Sure, that's all.
Yeah, but she got rules. Believe me, she got rules. Okay? And I know she had rules, and so that's why I said, and you want people to respect that? So why can't you respect yours? Okay? I said, if you don't like it, everything, don't go over there no more. That's just what I do. Hey, that's your choice, not mine.
It's your loss.
Yeah, that's your choice. But here we see that God told him all these things is to understand, to check and see where your heart is.
That's right. Amen.
God asks us to do certain things to see where your heart is.
That's right.
If you tell me that your heart is a place here and that, and then when I ask some little simple thing and you can't do that, something wrong or somebody didn't get food. See? Lord, you're the love of my life. You're this and that there, and you're this and all that there, and everything and all that. And then he has one little simple thing, and we can't do that. Something missing somewhere. Something wrong somewhere. See? Something wrong somewhere. We got to learn how to make even things against us that's going to please our Father.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
But as I said before, if your mind is not made up to want to change and all that, you're not going to change.
That's right.
I don't care what nobody
Amen.
do for you.
Amen. That's right. That's right.
Now, there's some things that help speed up your mind. And that's some call improvements in that rod.
Never mind.
Yeah, that helps make it. Help you make a different decision. See. Yeah.
I'm chasing on. Chasing too.
And so y'all use that method too, you know.
Yes, you do. You do.
He chastens,
Who you
right,
You love. That's right.
all his children.
That's right. That's right.
Because a child left to his own is going to be in trouble to who?
The mother.
The mother.
The mother. Bring the mother to shame. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. That's true.
And it's just because of the point of it, it's not that your child is any worse than any other child. It's just that it's undisciplined. Any undisciplined child is going to bring trouble to you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But they just picking on my kid and I'm like, is your kid disciplined? See? Exodus 25, start reading the first verse there.
Adonai said to Moshe, tell the people of Israel to take up a collectively want to give.
Now notice this. God said, take up a collection, an offering, terumah, from those that are willingly, their heart condition, how their heart is. I got something special for them. I got something that I'm getting ready to do and all that. And so I want you to take care from them that have enough insight to see the importance of it. Now, them that's hard-hearted, don't want to do it, all of that, just leave them alone. I got something else reserved for them.
Have mercy. Have mercy.
See? But them that otherwise, he said, willingly. And the only way that you willingly want to do something is that you got to understand and see the importance of it, right?
That's right. And make a sacrifice.
See? People do all kind of strange things, you know, willingly, because they want to be a part of it. Why do you think gangs have initiations for you to join? They don't just come in and join. At least that's what I learned about it. You know, I don't know. I ain't never been a gang, but I've learned it, and what I've learned from others and all those things. But all of them got initiations. Yeah.
He ain't playing.
And some of them don't play with you either. This one guy said, hey, he had to go through that by, and they laid the knuckles on him.
You stopped it at a time and told him, I ain't this serious. I don't really want to be able to do that bad.
But see, but he deemed it important to want to be a part with it.
And he withstood all that beat. They beat him, they call it beat in.
Yeah.
They beat him in.
Yeah, you gotta stop that. Hold it.
Then I was really shocked because girls, when the girl gang, they got beat ins too.
Initiate.
Yeah.
I guess that's better than go shoot somebody to get in.
Well, some of them got certain rules and regulations that you got to go out and do certain things.
Blood in, blood out.
Huh?
Blood in, blood out.
Yeah.
Shed blood to get in, you gotta shed your blood to get out.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
That's how
serious.
serious it is.
That's
No
dead
things
serious.
like
And if you do all those things there, hey, they put a count on you there. You do that there, you know.
Got some over your head.
They got some over your head, see?
So take.
So everybody and everything has rules and set rules and regulations for you to be a part of. But when it comes to God, you can't have no set rules. You can't have no set things. And you can't, you can't have no regard. We just gotta just accept it just as we are. Don't nobody else do that. We gotta still, when it comes to God, we got. I'm here to let you know, God ain't that way either.
That's right. He's particular too.
Definitely, he's
You don't play
particular.
with him either. That's right.
Definitely, he's particular. And if you don't know that, I'm letting you know that he is.
Amen.
That's my job to let you know that he is.
Because he will kill you.
You better believe it.
He will kill you.
He brings some hardship on you, Jack.
I'm telling you. But we also remember he will kill the people.
Yeah, of course.
Also,
That's what's gonna make you that. See? That's what's gonna make you that. And you can't go around, you can't go around being no blood and messing around with the Crips.
lukewarm.
Huh?
Lukewarm.
Yeah. You gonna get killed. You gonna get killed quick doing that kind of stuff.
Call it flip flop.
Is that what they call them? Okay. Yeah.
Flip flop. You don't know what side.
Yeah. You get killed quick doing that. That's all I know of. But
Remember both ends, huh?
I'm type mess around and what the wrong colors are in.
yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
You can drink it if it's wrong.
I'll start flashing the wrong signs and all that kind of stuff.
wonder what happened if
Huh?
wonder what happened if you put both colors on.
That's changing it up then. That's what I do. I wear blue and red at the same time. I say, yeah. Well, they know I love both of y'all. What's going on, my brother?
I went and bought this blue cap one time, and it was a game color. Blue. So I thought it was just a pretty cap. So this guy told me, say, that's the game blue color. And I still got that cap today. I never did wear that cap. Still brand new.
A young guy, I remember this young guy told one of them, older guys, to the CB, because we had rules and regulations to be join the CB groups that I was in. And he was sitting down at the place down there in 46th Street there, and he had the wrong color shirt. He had one of the blood color shirts on. Young dudes come up there and told him, oh man, you gotta get rid of that shirt. So he was mad. He was upset. What you mean? I got to get him, man. I just bought this shirt out. He said, I don't care what you doing. He said, that's the wrong color. That's our color. He said, no, that ain't our color. What you mean? Our color, your color. He said, I bought this in and he said, yeah, but I'm telling you right now, you got to get rid of that. Because if you don't, it's gonna be trouble for you. He said, so he thought he went and said he would call the police and told the police, hey man, some of them young guys threatened me and all that. Police said, ain't nothing we can do about that. Now, when they do something to you, then he said, but let me tell you something right now. If you think that they're kidding about that, he said he ain't. He said they will seriously do something to you about it.
So it might be best just go get that shirt off.
Yeah, that's what they told him.
Get it back up on that.
Yeah. You best for you to go buy another shirt.
Yeah.
But here, get you another color, you know.
My sister did, she had a red sweatsuit. I told her don't wear that. Well, my brother told her don't wear that. No, I don't wear this. Been downtown, she down there, about 30 minutes, it came back. She had the same clothes. There's some guys down there, we ain't got no women in it.
Now, I'm saying all of this to say this here, you know, why is it that all these things are true, but yet when it comes to God, we think that it's all different. They've been lied to, we've been told them to say that, no, that's not what it is. But yet still, God told him, Moshe, he said, read that again, Exodus 25, start reading the first verse there.
Adonai said to Moshe, tell the people of Israel to take up a collection for me, accept a contribution from any.
So, but here God said, hey, notice, that's why I said willingly hard. Those that willingly want to do it. Then he got specific with it, told him, what? He said, read that again. What
He said, the contribution you are to take from them is to consist of gold, silver, and bronze.
We can bring it on 10 up here now. See, boy, y'all were kind of bringing out. See, he knew what they was needing and what they was getting for and what it was for, and therefore he made the specific of what he's doing because he knew what he wanted to do with it.
Man.
And what he had in mind for it to happen to do.
Amen.
But I want to know all this. No. He said, no, you just bring it. See? If your heart is right, you'll do those things. Do God answer for something that we can't?
No.
Do God will ask you for something that you cannot do?
No.
Then so God, they was out there in the wilderness out there. When God asked them for silver and for gold and for all that. Here's what I was telling them. So I was telling her, she was running a little ahead of me there and everything that I was going to get to it there. God don't ask us something that we cannot do. God had already planned out ahead for them. And read the 35th and the 36th verse. And God's the same difference. He haven't changed. He ain't going to ask you to do something you can't. Well, I just can't afford to do it. I can't do it. What do you mean? God don't require anything of you that you cannot do. And that he have not ahead of time set up for it. It's just you got to have your heart made up.
That's right. Amen.
As the young man said, our heart is the thing that's the problem. See? Read that.
Okay. And Adonai had made the Egyptians so favorably disposed toward the people that they had let them have whatsoever they request. Thus they purchased the Egyptians. Okay.
So they plundered.
The Egyptians.
They plundered, boy. Plundered. You know, boy, they was waiting for them. Hey, you imagine these folks have about 10 things problem on because you're here, you know, and then you ask a little bit, whatever you want, just take it, get out of there. So man, they had gold rings, they had gold, brushes, they had silver stuff, they had all kind of riches. God had provided them out ahead of time for this incident. But they didn't know it. They thought it was just, hey, I'm getting this here because they owe it to me. They had me in slavery But y'all always have things in mind and those things here. Therefore, God will not ask you for stuff that you can give. So he said, break out all that expensive stuff. Don't come in with that little cheap stuff, that little throwaway stuff, that little knick-knack stuff. He said, break out some real stuff here. And bring it. Read on.
Okay.
Now, let's go back to Exodus now.
19 or 20.
Exodus 25. And you're going to read 8 and 9 verse. And you're going to tell them the purpose of why they give you. Exodus 25, 8 and 9.
Okay. They are to make me a sanctuary.
They are to make me a sanctuary. You ain't just supposed to just collect all this stuff and do whatever you want to do with it either. See? What did the minister say? I think my mother said the minister said, hey, my transmission is broken.
Oh, my transmission is slipping.
Yeah, oh, okay.
I didn't know this ain't enough.
They lock the doors, huh?
Yeah.
Don't leave till I get it.
Ask me again, say enough, my transmission is slipping.
And they had a fever, that's why they had to leave.
Okay. All right. And so, hey, tell them, hey,
The Cadillac transmission costs more to take than the Chevy.
that's right. And y'all ain't getting out of here without passing that plate till y'all got enough money in to get my transmission fixed. Well, at least he told you what it was for.
Mm-hmm.
And if you deem them enough, and you deem them,
If you want to go home,
yeah.
you don't get stressed.
So God said, hey, I'm going to ask you to do this here so they can build me a sanctuary.
Amen.
That's how I'm going to church that Sunday.
You-
That's crazy.
well, see, if you don't feel like it's right, that's your choice. See? Yeah. And so God told him, I want you to build me a sanctuary. All of them that thought that understood that it was important enough for them to have a sanctuary and for God to be amongst them, those are the ones that'll do it. You that don't feel that way and don't have that there, then you won't do it. See? That's your choice. God gave them a choice this time. He said, only take from them that really want to do it. So it's your choice. Read on.
They are to make me a sanctuary so that I may live among them.
Now, if you value me living among you, and understand the importance of what that means by I'm staying with you and being among you, break off them rings. Break out, go in there and dig out there in that place where you done stashed all that gold and all that, and bring it on out here and everything, and that silk and the stuff and all that, and that nice silk and all the nice badger skins and bring it on out here and give it to Moshe. But if you don't value those things and you don't see it, you don't think it's important enough, that's it. That's kind of what happened when we built this sanctuary here, And you might say we don't want to be like other people, He told, he said we don't want to be like everybody else, because he had been with a lot of other friends and stuff that go out and take big loans and stuff, 30 years paying for stuff. He said we're gonna build this a different way. And all y'all think that is important enough for us to have the sanctuary and everything now. Hey, bring the money, and you're going to pay for different sections of it. Some pay for the floor, some pay for the side, some pay for the roof, those things there, whatever you're talking about. This inside here and everything there, my brother did that. Earl. He ain't here today, but his work is still here. That was meticulous time and everything and all that to get that done and everything. He did it. And when we got finished with everything, we didn't know nobody a nickel on that. because we saw it was important for us to have, you know, it didn't nobody starve either.
Amen. Amen.
And I don't want none of us starve. As a matter of fact, I don't want us to lose no weight either. And yeah, we had children, we had rolls around and everything there and all that, but yet still, God bless us. And today we don't owe nobody nothing on this.
Amen.
We paying on
Amen.
mortgage on this.
Amen. Paid in full.
Paid in full. No? Those that deemed it important did it. Those that didn't do it. See? Every dime that I spent, everything, hey, and it was worth it.
Amen.
And I wondered at the time, I said, well, we ain't got but just a few people. Why in the world you building us a big old place? We just
And full.
yeah, we don't we don't really build this. He said, this ain't big enough, but hey, he said, but you got to have your mind on somebody else,
Amen.
not just yourself.
That's right. That's right.
That was his attitude. He said, I'm building this. We ain't just building this here just for you.
Those who come.
We're building for all that's gonna come.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
And everybody get that attitude, everything they want to do it for all that. Hey, you that's the one that's gonna do it. The others we're gonna do it one way or the other. But just we got it done. We got it done.
Amen.
And God blessed us with it.
Amen.
And God worked with us.
Amen.
And he will do those things.
Amen.
Like I tell folks, we had a hard time when we come here, man. We just one little family. They didn't talk brag about it. Oh, y'all just one little family. You know. Right back over there in the parking lot, right over there. That was a holy church over there. Right over there, when y'all go through there, that was a Baptist church, Baptist place, the minister there, Baptist stayed there and all that. See? And they went up there to the city and said, hey, we got enough churches in this neighborhood that we don't need no more. They didn't know how true that was. They didn't know how true it was.
That's true.
They went up there and told them and said, hey, and they petitioned and all that stuff and everything there. We want to petition against, we're going to get them kicked out of here. We've been in all this time here, and we don't want them around here and those things there. And we went down on our knees and prayed. That's what we were. And we said, God, you the God of Israel.
Amen.
And if you don't want us here and everything there, hey, we come here because we, guess what? Holiness Church ain't there no more. That belongs to us.
Amen.
Baptist Church ain't there no more. Baptist Bible, that belongs to us.
That's right. Amen.
But when we first started out, if we would have been out there, who would have thought that one little family? That was talking about one little family.
Amen.
What can y'all do? It ain't what we can do, it's what our God, the one that we trust in.
Amen. Amen.
That's what they said. What have been told? There's too many churches in the neighborhood here. And we don't need no more. So they got to go. And guess what? They left.
Amen.
Mine's just one church.
Yeah.
One
Amen.
left.
That's it.
And then they told us one side, and said, if y'all be there one side, we're gonna blow you up.
Yeah. Totally gonna. Yeah.
And the Mike told us, say, that Sabbath, he said, bring your kids, don't nobody stay home.
So did.
I want all of you to come in. We showed up.
Sure did.
Right. They said, well, I got to use your 5 senses. They gonna come up blowing up at least save our babies and children and stuff. And we just let them stay somebody else and everything. We'll come out here and all that. Somebody said, no. Bring your babies, bring everybody. And that's what we did. We still here. We still here.
Amen.
Why? Because of the fact that the value of those things, and we felt that it was worthy of those things here. And we still here, they all gone.
Amen.
And the thing of it is that I had no idea that they would get chased out and then the place would belong to us. That's really the kicker. That's how God do it.
Make room for you.
God said, yeah, it's too many here, and you need that area.
Expand, that's exactly.
See? And so this is the same thing that God told him. If you value me being with you, the importance of me being with you, I'm being with you, I will help you overcome all these things. This is one time Israel did good. Israel did good.
Amen.
They broke out that gold and they broke out their stuff and they fought until Moshe had to tell them that's enough.
Yep.
And we had a sanctuary that was built accordingly. There's one more of the temple that's going to be built. Okay? We go to Zechariah, the 6th chapter. We're going to wrap this up for today. Zechariah 6, 12 and 13. Just as Moshe was the important man of that building of that sanctuary there and those things there, God always has somebody that's important to do those things there. When the temple that got built in Jerusalem, who was it? God had a main man there. Started out with David, and he ended up with who? Solomon. God always works with people.
You don't need but one really.
That's what he do. Okay. Zechariah 6, 12 and 13, what is that?
Okay. 6, 12, and 13. And tell them, Adonai Zezarah said, there is coming a man whose name is Sadat. Sprout. He will sprout up from his place and rebuild the temple of Adonai.
Zamak.
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 And that's Hebrew for branch or sprout.
Right.
Behold, a man whose name is the branch. And he's coming for a purpose. He's got a purpose to do. And what he says he's going to do?
Yes, he will rebuild the temple of Adonai, and he will take up royal splendor, sitting and ruling from his throne.
There you go. He's going to be a king and he's going to be a priest. And he's going to build a true temple of God.
Amen.
What is that true temple? What is that true temple? See, we go to 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter. 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter. And start reading at the 16th verse.
Don't you know that you people are God's temple?
Don't you know that we're God's temple? That's the true temple that God is interested in. That's us. See? But I heard people say this here, and I always often wonder, they ask them about that, you know, they say, well, it ain't the place. Don't discount the place, dear folks. What you mean? How would you like for it to be? How would you like to don't have no place here, and we come in here together, meet together, and have service we got, and we ain't got no place here? How would you like that? I'm asking you, how would you like that?
No.
It's cold out there, dear folks. I'm glad we got a place.
Amen.
I'm glad we got some heat in here.
Amen.
See, so long, we don't want to get ignorant. People get all ignorant. You don't need no place, you know, that. Yeah, we're the one that's really the ignorant, you know, that. Hey, but don't discount the place. Yeah, right, there you go.
We still need some heat.
That's what I'm talking about. That's right, it's hard to get people when they know it's gonna be warm and everything and everything. Now let's talk about it. Come on out and we're gonna join it and blind us why we ain't got no place.
Yeah, next time.
That hawk out out there ain't playing. You think that wind gonna lighten up on you and it ain't gonna feel cold to you out there? No, it's cold out there. And if we don't, boy, I don't know what they come up with all these different cliches and stuff, man. You got some of these guys out there they was meeting here and moving down and going to places. Hey, but let me tell you something, it's nice to have a place.
Amen. Amen.
When that sun is beaming down there, 80, 90 degrees out there, man, hey, let me tell you, you don't like standing out there in that. You come running in there, hey, the AC going? What you want to holler about the AC for? Why you worried about that? See, so let's don't make ourselves look foolish and everything by saying stuff and all that. Yes, people ask me, now see, you said that we the temple and everything, so the place don't even matter. And I said, whoa, buddy, don't be pulling me into that. You're right. The place do matter.
Amen.
Tell you something, I've been in when the place wasn't quite as like that, and it mattered. The seats.
Amen. That's right.
We had them wood, but we had some. See, when we come out, we had wood stuff, man. You think it's hard now, but the cushions you just sit down on. Try sitting down on that before that. That was nice compared to that. We had them wood metal benches.
Right.
That's
I thought we got the wood benches after metal chairs.
Metal chairs.
Then that's when we came and got the cushion.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
But I'm talking about at first we was over that building over there.
Well, yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, we was over that building over there. Yeah. We didn't have no AC over there.
No.
As far as I remember here, when we had this building here, we've always had AC in this building here.
No.
Yeah.
We didn't have AC.
Well, I know over there we had a water cooler.
Yeah. We had a big fan here.
Oh, okay then. Yeah. Don't get it too good. So don't tell me about the place don't matter. So we told the folks, hey, we want to get some AC, and then I hear nobody saying, no, we don't need no AC. Right. We just live spiritually, and that's the spirit. No. Everybody was ready to get that AC, Jack. Huh?
Right. And cushion seats too.
Yeah, right. That's right. We said, hey, we go get these pews here and everything there to get the cushion. Hey, everybody ready? Hey, let's go get it. See? Therefore, let us understand those things. Let's keep those things in mind. Now, what it's going to take, seeing that we're all it, and we are the ones, yes, we were to make up that spiritual temple and those things there. See? But don't discount the other stuff. But here's what it's going to take. Romans 12, 1 and 2, and we're going to be finished for today. Romans 12, 1 and 2. This is what a lot of folks ain't willing to do.
Amen.
But this is what God requires of us.
Amen.
And if you're going to be really successful with him, this is what you're going to have to be.
Okay.
All right?
I exhort you, therefore, brother, in view of Yah's mercy, to offer yourself as a sacrifice, living and set apart for Yah.
There you go. Are we willing to do that? A living sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it means when it says a living sacrifice? What do you think it means when it says? What's a sacrifice? You're not turning those things here. Well, that's a form of a sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
But we're talking about offering now.
Right.
We're talking about offering now.
Something that you don't have. Something that you don't have.
A
that you-
sacrifice?
Yeah.
It costs you something.
If I ask you to make a sacrifice, that means that you give something that you got set for something else, and, right?
Something you didn't have to give.
You giving them something that hey, you ask for, you might have, I got this for so and so, but I should make a sacrifice, hey, and that means that hey, that's what you got to do. You're going to take some of that there and do this with. That's a sacrifice. But if you got plenty out of your abundance, that ain't no sacrifice, right? You understand that?
Right. Right.
Huh?
Right.
Just the allocation.
Yeah, that's just out of your abundance and all that. Now that lady, that woman at the temple place there, that widow that gave the mite,
Too much.
2 mites, thank you. She gave more than anybody did.
Mhm.
But actually it was less than everybody. Because the reason why hers was the most because hers was a sacrifice. The others was not a sacrifice. Yeah. She gave all she had. Now that's a sacrifice.
Amen.
The others, they come in there, but look at her, look at 2 mites she gave him. Look at this pile like that. But that's not the abundance of what they got and everything.
You guys give all this stuff come up missing, they might kill themselves.
There you go. But the Bible says that she gave more. The Mashiach says she gave more than all. That's how God look at things.
Amen.
God do look at the heart. People got around. God look at the heart and everything else. So if I just give a little bit and everything, God knows my heart. Yeah, he do know that heart. That's the bad part about it. He do know that heart.
Amen.
And he know whether or not you
Yes, sir.
giving that sacrifice or you giving out of abundance.
That's
And
right.
want to make it look like something else.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Trying to get over. Sure did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Husband and wife.
Oh, yeah, that's all of the boss.
See? And that's what I was saying earlier. Don't play with y'all. Y'all fair with it.
Mhm.
You say, Lord, I ain't giving all I'm on. As a matter of fact, God said, hey, only them that willingly want to do it. If you want to keep on your hold on your stuff and everything, okay, go ahead on and do it, But those that don't want to do those things there, you go and do it. Because let me tell you something. Israel, if they didn't use it the right way with that stuff, they're going to use it the wrong way. And some of them did use it the wrong way. They broke out all that gold stuff and made the gold fights. In closing for today, y'all wanted Israel to share in with the establishment of his temple. So you can be a part with it. See? So likewise, see, we are to share with the establishment of God's kingdom. How are we to do that? See, with our resources, with our talent, and also with our time. All these things are offering. All these things are part of us presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice.
That's right.
Some of us got so much time, got so much other. I ain't got time to do this. I ain't got time to do this. It'd be bad if everybody, had that same attitude. I treasure the Levites here.
Amen. Amen.
They,
That's right. They work hard.
and if they get special purchase for certain things, hey, and don't come crying to me, getting upset and all that stuff because they do it. Yeah, they will deserve it.
They work hard. They do.
Now, what I'm talking about, when you come here, this place is looking good,
And smelling good.
right? And keep careful, no miracles happen.
That's right.
What do I mean by no miracles happen?
Don't get done by itself.
That's right.
Mhm.
Somebody was-
It don't clean up. It don't clean up its own self.
Just like
Somebody got to do it. And that's a job. It takes time.
Yes.
See? People got the different things that they do and all that, and God will recognize and God will treasure you for those things that you do and that you set forth and all that. Blessed are you that makes that sacrifice to do those things there for God's kingdom and for those things there that it might be well with us. This is our Parashah for this week. Trust that Yah will bless you and to keep you, and understand that whatever God asks us to do, in particular, we prove whether or not we have special treasure or not. Don't go out and get your body all mixed all up and everything, and then you get offended when God's word starts coming out about it. And then it starts getting you. When we start talking on certain subjects that God has said, then you get offended, get mad, and all that. Yeah, you gonna talk about that now. Hey, I talk about this all the time.
Amen.
I go through the Torah. These things are brought forth.
You say they guilty.
Yeah, and to help you prevent you from don't go out and mess up. I keep telling you, something you go out and do, you can get by with it. Something you go out and mess up, it's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
Some things you can go by and see, and about 18 or 19 years, you can get rid of, but its price of 3 times as painful as it was to get it.
That's saying it down.
Hmm?
That's saying it down.
Yeah, they got to kill that.
But it don't good.
I was looking at just one place there about and if you want what I'm talking about, I'm talking about tattoos. They showed I saw on television. They showed how that you can get a tattoo removed. You know you can, but it's about 3 times more painful
Yeah.
They saying your body.
to get it removed
Yeah.
than it is to get it done.
I saw what it like they had a little stun gun. It was burning it out.
Yeah,
They'll take a laser and burn it out.
yeah.
Oh, that's new. He's just saying you down.
That is good enough.
Yeah.
Woo.
That's torture right there.
Man.
They burning it out.
Yeah, they got it now. When you burn it out now, yeah. But it still hurt though.
Yeah. That's better than saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, as I said before, then that's what they call herpes. See? Yeah. And got all these certain genital, HIV and all these things here. These things here, when you get ready to turn out, well, I better quit all that, but it ain't ready to quit you.
Just for the long haul.
That's it. So there are some things out there that we need to learn how to say no to, discipline our bodies and stuff and have some discipline on it that it might be well with us. Therefore, as our oath is, how should we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget your Jerusalem, let my right hand get a kind. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Psalm 137, verses 5 and 6. All right.